Hello, everybody. Welcome to this very special stream we got going on here on the Spectrum Show YouTube channel. And as you can see, it is that time of year again. The Spectrum Show Awards 2025 are back in January, and we don't have a specific date yet, but we hope you guys are excited for it. And Jackson, how are you feeling about this one? We got a good list.
I'm pretty excited for this one. Just letting you all know, folks, Sean will not be joining us today. He is busy with his family during the holidays. But I have a little bit of time to do this for Spencer.
Yep. All as he should be. So what do you say? Want to get started?
Only with my family earlier. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. Anyway, want to get started?
Yep, sure.
So starting off with our film categories, which I will be doing, so we'll be alternating between the two. So starting off with Best Live Action Film, the nominees are Avatar: Fire and Ash, The Fantastic Four: First Steps, The Long Walk, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Superman, Weapons, and Wicked for Good. And you might notice a bunch of these blank spots, by the way.
I'm not going to do that every time. I'm just doing it for that one.
I know. I'm just saying. But you might notice there are blank spots here. These are where we're reusing this presentation for the actual awards. So these is where the winner will go, basically.
That makes sense.
So
best animated film of the year. The nominees are The Bad Guys 2, Elio, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Neza 2, Predator Killer of Killers, and Zootopia 2.
For Best Film Director, the nominees are Dan Trachtenberg for Predator Killer of Killers and Predator Badlands, Francis Lawrence for The Long Walk, James Cameron for Avatar: Fire and Ash, James Gunn for Superman, John M. Chu for Wicked for Good, Matt Shakman for The Fantastic Four: First Steps, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Ryan Coogler for Sinners, and Zach Kreger for Weapons.
That guy from Whitest Kids You Know.
Anyway.
Best Film Actor, Male Role. Cooper Hoffman as Raymond Garrity in The Long Walk. David Cornsweet as Clark Kent, a.k.a. Kal-El, a.k.a. Superman in Superman 2025. Leonardo DiCaprio as Pat Calhoun, a.k.a. Bob Ferguson in One Battle After Another. Lewis Pullman as Robert Bob Reynolds, a.k.a. The Sentry and the Void from Thunderbolts: The New Avengers. Liam Neeson as Frank Drebin Jr. in The Naked Gun. Michael B. Jordan as Elijah Smoke Moore and Elias Stackmore in Sinners. And Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, a.k.a. Mr. Fantastic in The Fantastic Four: First Steps.
For Best Film Actor in a Female Role, the nominees are Ariana Grande as Glinda Upland / Glinda the Good Witch, Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba Throp / the Wicked Witch of the West in Wicked for Good, Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova / Black Widow in Thunderbolts: The New Avengers, Julia Garner as Justine Gandy in Weapons, Pamela Anderson as Beth Davenport in The Naked Gun 2025, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane in Superman 2025, and Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm / Invisible Woman in Fantastic Four: First Steps.
And Best Supporting Actor, Male Role for film. Carrie Christopher as Alex Lilly in Weapons. David Johnson as Peter McVrise in The Long Walk. Jack Champion as Miles Spider Socorro in Avatar: Fire and Ash. Miles Caton as Sammy Moore in Sinners. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor in Superman 2025. Sean Penn as Stephen Lockjaw in One Battle After Another, and Sebastian Stan as James Bucky Barnes / the Winter Soldier in Thunderbolts: The New Avengers.
For Best Supporting Actor in a Best Supporting Film Actor in a Female Role, the nominees are Amy Madigan as Gladys in Weapons, Chase Infinity as Charles Calhoun and Willa Ferguson in One Battle After Another.
Calhoun.
Charlene, thank you. Elle Fanning as Thea and Tessa in Predator Badlands, Haley Steinfeld as Mary from Sinners, Julia Garner as Shala Ball / Silver Surfer in The Fantastic Four: First Steps, and Wunmi Mosaku as Annie in Sinners.
Sinners has some really good performances this year.
Yeah, I'm right, it does.
Best Film Voice Actor, Male Role. An Hyosop as Genu in K-Pop Demon Hunters, Britton Dalton as Loak in Avatar: Fire and Ash, Demetrius Shuster Kolowa Matangi as Dek in Predator Badlands, Ebon Moss-Barack as Ben Grimm / The Thing in The Fantastic Four: First Steps, Louis Ozawa as Kenji Kawakami and Kiyoshi Kawakami in Predator Killer of Killers, and Sam Worthington as Jake Sully in Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Damn, that film was so good. For Best Film Voice Actor in a Female Role, Anyway, we have Arden Cho as Rumi in K-pop Demon Hunters. Jennifer Goodwin as Judy Hopps in Zootopia 2. Lindsay Vacanchi, did I say that right?
Lindsay Lavanchi.
Lavanchi, thank you. And as Ursa in Predator Killer of Killers. Una Chaplin as Varong in Avatar Fire and Ash. Sigourney Weaver as Kiri in Avatar Fire and Ash. And Zoe Saldana as Neytiri in Avatar Fire and Ash. By the way,
I just realized when we were making these categories, you made me cut down the K-pop Demon Hunters nominees to just Rumi, and now there's 3 in here from Avatar Fire and Ash.
Well, I apologize.
It's all good. Yeah.
Anyway.
Heroes of the Year film. Elphaba Frop / The Wicked Witch of the West in Wicked for Good. The Fantastic Four and The Fantastic Four First Steps. Huntrix in K-pop Demon Hunters. Jake Sully in Avatar Fire and Ash. Clark Superman in Superman 2025. And the Thunderbolts, aka the New Avengers, in Thunderbolts: The New Avengers.
For Villains of the Year in film, your nominees are Galactus from Fantastic Four First Steps, Lex Luthor in Superman, Madame Morrible in Wicked for Good, Robert Bob Reynolds / Sentry / Void in Thunderbolts: The New Avengers, the Saja Boys in K-pop Demon Hunters, and Varong in Avatar Fire and Ash.
Good list really this year.
Yeah, honestly, she was really good, by the way.
Most anticipated film. We will be covering all of these on the Spectrum Show in Season 3. Avengers Doomsday, Disclosure Day, directed by Steven Spielberg. Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu. The Odyssey, by director Christopher Nolan. Resident Evil, directed by Zach Krager, famed for Weapons and Barbarian. Spider-Man: Brand New Day. The Super Mario Galaxy movie, and Supergirl.
Now, film this year was obviously a pretty impressive year. I think we can all agree on that.
I think we have some really good nominees. Yeah, I'm glad Weapons and Sinners got so many from us.
Exactly. Now let's take a look at our television categories. For Best Live Action Television Series, the nominees are Andor: A Star Wars Story Season 2, Alien Earth Season 1, The Chair Company, Daredevil Born Again Season 1.
The Chair Company got renewed for Season 2, so that should be Season 1 next time. My mistake.
I will. That's okay. We'll update that. Ironheart's Daredevil Born Again Season 1, Ironheart Season 1, and Peacemaker Season 2.
Best Animated Television Series. The Amazing Digital Circus Season 1 from Glitch Productions on YouTube. Eyes of Wakanda, which is a limited series on Disney+. Invincible Season 3 on Amazon Prime. Phineas and Ferb Season 5 on, I believe it's only on Disney+.
Smiling and Disney Channel too.
On Adult Swim and HBO Max. And Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1 on Disney+.
For Best Television Talk Show, the nominees are The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel Live, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, The Kelly Clarkson Show, The Jennifer Hudson Show, and Late Night with Seth Meyers.
Gee, I wonder which one of those is going to win.
I think we know the answer.
Best Television Competition Series. I watched none of these. America's Got Talent, American Idol, American Ninja Warrior, The Masked Singer, The Voice, and one I probably should have asked Spencer to remove, Harry Potter Wizards of Baking.
Well, it's too late for that now. It's too late.
I don't really expect it to win anyway. There's a lot of big competition for it here.
Fair enough.
Prove me wrong, viewers. I hope you don't, but okay.
I mean, we'll see.
Best Television Special, the 97th Academy Awards, or the Oscars, the 67th Grammy Awards, the 77th Primetime Emmy Awards, the 78th Tony Awards, the Game Awards 2025.
Even though they were a little predictable, I will say.
I was working that night, and I remember when I was on my break, the response from like all the people who were watching it in the server was just, please let this end. And anyway, the Apple Music Super Bowl LIX
59. In other words, Kendrick's halftime show.
Yeah.
And I got this one. Best television actor in a male role. Ayo Solanke as Ryan Adebayo in Bet. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Anthony Ramos as Parker Robbins / The Hood in Ironheart. Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock, a.k.a. Daredevil in Daredevil Born Again. Diego Luna as Cassian Andor in Andor: A Star Wars Story. John Cena as Christopher Smith / Peacemaker in Peacemaker. And Tim Robinson as William Robert Ronald Trosper in The Chair Company. Wow, I really struggled with that one for some reason.
Every character in a Tim Robinson thing has a name like that.
Fair enough. Proceed.
Best Television Actor in a Female Role. Danielle Brooks as Leota Adebayo in Peacemaker. Dominique Thorne as Riri Williams / Ironheart in Ironheart. Eve Edwards as Mary Davis in Bet. Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma in Andor, A Star Wars Story. Miku Martineau as Yumiko Kawamoto in Bet. And Sydney Chandler as Wendy in Alien Earth.
For Best Television Actor, Voice Actor in a Male Role, the nominees are Dan Povenmire as Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz in Phineas and Ferb, Eugene Byrne as Lonnie Lincoln / Tombstone in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Forever just Jeffrey Lonnie Dean Morgan this season. We haven't seen him become Tombstone yet.
but the point still stands. Anyway,
yeah.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Conquest in Invincible, Michael Kovac as Jax in The Amazing Digital Circus, Stephen Yeun as Mark Grayson / Invincible in Invincible, and Zach Hadel as Charlie Dompler in Smiling Friends.
Best Television Voice Actor in a Female Role. Amanda Hufford as Ragatha in The Amazing Digital Circus. Ashley French as...
Yeah, she did a legal change name.
Married? Or she changed her name.
I think something like that.
Huh. Ashley French as Candace Flynn in Phineas and Ferb. Gillian Jacobs as Samantha Eve Wilkins / Adam Eve in Invincible. Jonah Xiao as Jirani the Iron Fist in Eyes of Wakanda. Lizzie Freeman as Pomni in The Amazing Digital Circus. And Sandra Oh as Debbie Grayson in Invincible.
Heroes of the Year in Television. Cassian Andor from Andor, A Star Wars Story. Christopher Smith / Peacemaker in Peacemaker. Mark Grayson / Invincible in Invincible. Matt Murdock / Daredevil in Daredevil Born Again. Riri Williams / Ironheart in Ironheart. And Yumiko Kawamoto in Bet.
Yumiko, but yeah.
Yumiko. I'm sorry, it's my brain how it works.
It's all good. Villains of the Year Television. Conquest from Invincible. Parker Robbins / The Hood in Ironheart. Rick Flag Sr. in Peacemaker Season 2. St. Dominic's Prep Student Council in Bet. Cyril Karn in Andor, Star Wars Story. And the Kingpin, Wilson Fisk in Daredevil Born Again.
For Most Anticipated Television Series, the nominees are The Boys Season 5, Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Lanterns, Star Wars Visions Presents The Ninth Jedi, Vision Quest, and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2.
I gotta watch the follow-up to The Ninth Jedi from Vision Season 1. That's setting up the spin-off season. I really like the first Ninth Jedi episode. It's really good.
All right. Anyway, to our music categories, which actually was pretty solid this year for the most part. For Best Solo Song and Record, the nominees are Abracadabra by Lady Gaga, Dream Is One from Avatar Fire and Ash by Miley Cyrus, The Fate of Ophelia by Taylor Swift, The Giver by Chappell Rowan, Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter, No Good Deed from Wicked for Good by Cynthia Erivo, Up From the Bottom by Linkin Park, and What It Sounds Like from K-Pop Demon Hunters by Huntrax.
Best Collaborative Song / Record. End of You by Poppy, Amy Lee, and Courtney LaPlante. For Good from Wicked for Good by Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Killa by Lady Gaga feat.
Gesaffelstein.
The Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift feat. Sabrina Carpenter. Lose My Mind by Dawn Tolliver feat. Doja Cat.
From everyone in the movie.
By The Weeknd feat. Anita. And Takedown from K-Pop Demon Hunters by Huntrix and Jiyeon, Jiho, and Chaeyoung of Twice.
I would have never gotten those pronunciations, by the way. Best Album, your nominees are Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd, K-Pop Demon Hunters original soundtrack by Huntrix, Saja Boys, and the K-Pop Demon Hunters cast, The Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift, Mayhem by Lady Gaga, Play by Ed Sheeran, and The Wicked for Good original soundtrack by Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, and Wicked for Good cast.
There is something admittedly funny about 2 of the 6 nominees for Best Album of the Year being movie soundtracks.
They're good ones, at least.
They're good movie soundtracks, but also, that says something about the album drops this year, but I'll just abide by that. Best Music Video. Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. Drive by Ed Sheeran. The Fate of Ophelia by Taylor Swift. End of You by Poppy, Amy Lee, and Courtney LaPlante. The Giver by Chappell Roan. And Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter.
For Best Concert and / Ticket, the nominees are The Big Bleep Stadium Tour by Post Malone. Yeah, thank you. Brat 2025 Tour by Charlie XCX. The Breezy Bowl XX by Chris Brown. The Cowboy Carter Tour by Beyonce. the Grand National Tour from Kendrick Lamar and SZA, and the Short and Sweet Tour by Sabrina Carpenter. For Best Male Artist, the nominees are...
Spencer, you forgot you did the last one.
Oh, I can do this one again.
Okay, you can do the rest of the music. I'm fine.
Okay, for Best Male Artist, the nominees are Alex Warren, Ed Sheeran, Kendrick Lamar, Post Malone, Shabuzi, and The Weeknd. Will Kendrick Lamar get it again? The world may never know. For Best Female Artist, the nominees are Ariana Grande, Chappell Rowan, Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, Sabrina Carpenter, and Taylor Swift. For Best Band/Group, the nominees are BTS, Evanescence, Huntrix, the Jonas Brothers, Linkin Park, and One OK Rock. For Best Music Producer, the nominees are Benny Blanco, David Guetta, Geseffelstein, Max Martin, Mustard, and Shellback. For Best Breakout Artist, the nominees are Addison Rae, Joe, Glorilla, Huntrix, Leon Thomas, and Miles Caton.
Bonus category: Best Original Song from K-pop Demon Hunters. How It's Done, Soda Pop, Golden, Takedown, Free, Your Idol, and What It Sounds Like. Yes, this is the entire soundtrack. I thought this category would be funny, so we added it as a special bonus.
And it was a good sound. It's a good soundtrack too.
It's a really good soundtrack.
Anyway, gaming categories. You want to get these ones, Jackson?
I'll take this one, yeah. Game of the Year: Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 On the Beach, Dispatch, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Best Gaming Narrative: Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Dispatch, Ghost of Yote, The 100 Line Last Defense Academy, Split Fiction, and Trails in the Sky First Chapter. For Best Gaming Voice Actor Male Role, we have Aaron Paul as Robert Robinson III in Dispatch, Ben Starr as Verso in Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Charlie Cox as Gustav in Clair Obscur, and Jay Rincon as Takumi Sumino in The 100 Line Last Defense Academy. Best Gaming Voice Actor Female Role, we have Erika Ishii as Atsu in Ghost of Yote, Jennifer English as Male in Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Jenny Kidd as Pauline in Donkey Kong Bonanza. I actually think I might have changed that one. Did I change that one and we forgot to update it, or?
Anyway, it's fine.
I'm gonna check really quick.
I think I remember being on there. I don't remember you changing it.
Oh, I did actually change it.
Oh shoot!
Just as an update, Jenny Kidd as Pauline in the final voting docket will be replaced by Judy Alice Lee as Melanoe in Hades 2.
Okay.
This will be reflected on the updated PowerPoint and the final vote vote.
Yeah, Jackson will be updating that as well. And anyway, proceed.
And more Bailey as Invisical in Dispatch. Best role-playing game. Our nominees are Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Deltarune Chapters 1 through 4. Well, 1 through 2 were already out, but 3 and 4 finally released this year. Digimon Story Time Stranger, The 100 Line Last Defense Academy, and Pokemon Legends Z through A. Best Family Game: Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kirby Air Riders, Mario Kart World, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
I think we know which is going to win.
Actually, this one is going to be an interesting competition.
It will be. I know what I'm voting for personally, but anyways,
Best Remaster and Remake: Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Did that actually come out?
I think it did. It was nominated for a Game Award at least.
I don't remember if it actually... Oh, it did release. It was in August.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was a Game Award, it had to have been released.
Trails in the Sky First Chapter and Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Best Multiplayer Gaming Experience: Borderlands 4, Fortnite, Mario Kart World, Marvel Rivals, Monster Hunter Wilds, and Split Fiction.
Do you think we should put Crossworlds in that? What do you think?
I actually feel like we should update this with Crossworld. In the final voting, Crossworld will replace Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm sorry, everyone. Just
and we know there's a diehard Monster Hunter fan base, but
Oh no, the diehard Monster Hunter fan base is really mad at Wilds right now.
There you go. Okay, that works out. Anyway, so, best indie game
for us.
Proceed.
All right.
Oh,
best indie game. This one also had a last minute change. I will let you all know about this. We removed Hades 2 and Hollow Knight Silksong from this category due to being arguably too large to fit in the best indie game category.
Fair enough.
We updated it. So the current updated nominees are Blueprints, Brazilian Drug Dealer 3. I opened a portal to hell in the favela trying to revive Mit IA. I need to close it. Citizen Sleeper 2, Starward Vector, Deltarune Chapters 1 through 4, Look Outside, and Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo.
Oh, that's it. Wait, what was the second one you said?
Brazilian Drug Dealer 3. I opened a portal to hell in the favela trying to revive Mit AIA. I need to close it.
So that's not an error. Just want to clarify.
That is the full title, and it is in all caps.
Holy mackerel.
Thank you to my friend Jace for letting me know about that game.
Okay, I just want to make sure this is why he's editing this, by the way.
Yes.
Anyway, can I do it? I'll do it this one.
Most anticipated video game. You can take this one. Thankfully, and you misspelled Tokon.
Anyways.
Oh, do not worry, folks. The voting will be updated to fix any mistakes.
We apologize in advance. We just want to make that very clear.
It makes more fun, though, I will say.
That is true. 007 First Light, The Duskbloods, Grand Theft Auto 6, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, and Tomodachi Life Living the Dream.
I know which one of these I'm most excited for.
I'll get this one for you because
you handle sports. For
best sporting event, the nominees are the MLB World Series 2025, Super Bowl 59, NBA March Madness 2025, the Stanley Cup Finals 2025, the Masters 2025, and Wimbledon 2025. For best male athlete, the nominees are LeBron James, Shohei Ohtani, Lionel Messi, Jalen Hurts, Jason Tatum, and Drake May. For best female athlete, the nominees are Alex Morgan, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Coco Gauff, Naomi Osaka, and Simone Biles. Online categories. You want to get this one?
We'll split these. There's 2 categories here, and each of us are more attached to one, so we'll each...
I'll get the first one then. Okay, so for best web show, and we're going to update this, by the way, as well.
We have removed the Soups show from nominees, by the way. That is the one that should not be here.
And people, if you want to hate us for it, go right ahead. We're not going to we won't complain. Anyways, the best web show, bonus action from Previewed, Good Mythical Morning from Mythical Entertainment, Hot Ones, First from First We Feast, Last Meals from Mythical Entertainment, Same Brain from Justine and Jenna Azaric, Spicy Fruit from Alex and Roy Wasabi, and 2 Gay Mats from Matt Palmer and Matt Steele. They're a music review show.
I've never heard of basically any of these except for Good Mythical Morning and Hot Ones.
Last Meal is another mythical show, basically.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen recommendations.
And Bonus Actions is a D&D show. I think you'd really like it.
Oh, I just realized we didn't put. I don't think either of. I don't think we put D20 on there, but also I don't know if they had a full campaign this year. Or if
but Bonus Action did have a huge campaign this year.
Critical Role and for next year, Critical Role and D20 both do have new seasons starting just about right now, so they will be.
Okay, so they'll be up for next year for sure. Yeah. Yes. Anyway,
best content creator: Alex Bale, B-. It's B-mask enlisted there, but the actual spelling of it is B-mask on the channel. It's weird.
The more you know.
BH Ultra, Death Battle, Scott the Woz, Snapcube, Summoning Salt, and Wizards with Guns.
Comics categories. You want to get the last 3, and I'll do the final category.
And this is best new Marvel Comics series: Black Cat by G. Willow Wilson and Gleb Melnikov. Captain America by Chip Zdarsky and Valerio Schiti. That is his last name. It's Schiti.
Holy moly, we're getting a lot of comments.
Iron Man by Spencer Ackerman and Julia Soda. The Mortal 4 by Al Ewing and Pasquale Ferry. Star Wars Jedi Knights by Mark Guggenheim and Mati Musabakov. And Star Wars Legacy of Vader by Charles Soule, Luke Ross, and Stefano Raphael.
This is why he's doing the comics categories, ladies and gentlemen.
Best continuing Marvel Comics series. This one didn't have the update in time. Okay. Fantastic
Anyways.
Four by Ryan Moore, Corey Smith, and Humberto Ramos. Miles Morales Spider-Man by Cody Ziglar, Danielle DiNicuolo, and Marco Renna. Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu by Jed McKay, Domenico Carbone, and Dev Promanik. Ultimate X-Men by Peach Momoko and Zach Davison. The Ultimates by Dennis Camp and Juan Frigeri. And Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone, David Marquez, and Luciano Vecchio.
So just to clarify, we're dropping Hulk from this?
Yeah, we're dropping Hulk. I caught up on Uncanny X-Men finally, and I really wanted to put it in. So
fair enough. Best limited Marvel comic series.
Best limited Marvel. Thankfully, there are no changes here as far as I can tell. Yep, we're good. Bring on the Bad Guys by Mark Guggenheim, Michael Stamaria, and various writers and artists. It's an anthology project about various supervillains. That's why there's a lot of different creative teams. Daredevil Cold in Hell by Charles Soule and Steve McNiven. Death of the Silver Surfer by Greg Pak and Sumit Kumar. Imperial by Jonathan Hickman, Federico Vicentini, and Iban Coelho. Runaways by Rainbow Rowell, Elena Casagrande, and Roberta Ingranata. And Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion by Cody Ziglar, Dennis Camp, and Jonas Scharf. Best New DC Comics Series. Absolute Flash by Jeff Lemire and Nick Robles. Absolute Green Lantern by Al Ewing and Janoy Lindsay. Absolute Martian Manhunter by Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez. Batman by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. Supergirl by Sophie Campbell. And Superman Unlimited by Dan Slott and Raphael Albuquerque. Best Continuing DC Comics Series. Absolute Batman by Scott Snyder and Nick Dragata. Absolute Superman by Jason Aaron and Rafa Sandoval. Absolute Wonder Woman by Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman. Detective Comics by Tom Taylor and Mikael Yanin. I think it's Yanin. Green Arrow by Chris Condon and Montos, which just released its final issue, incidentally, as we write this. And Nightwing by Dan Waters and Dexter Soy. Best Limited DC Comics Series. Batman and Robin Year 1 by Mark Waid and Chris Samney. Cheetah and Cheshire Rob the Justice League by Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott. Crypto, The Last Dog of Krypton by Ryan North and Mike Norden. Mr. Terrific Year 1 by Al Letson, Valentine Delandro, and Edwin Galman. New Gods by Ram V and Evan Cagle. And Secret 6 by Nicole Maines and Steven Segovia. Best New Licensed Indie Comic Series. We had some notable new IP stuff come out this year. Biggest one being IDW launching a Godzilla shared universe for the first time. The nominees include Godzilla by Tim Seeley and Nicola Semezja, Speed Racer by David Pepos and Davide Tinto, Starship Godzilla by Chris Gooch and Oliver Ono, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle... Oh wait, no, this is a slightly updated version. Okay, yeah. I forgot I changed the Twilight Zone.
Sorry, folks.
Actually, you know what? I do actually want to kind of keep the Twilight Zone in there. So we'll
add it in there. We'll throw it in as the last minute.
The Twilight Zone by various writers and artists. Universal Monsters: The Invisible Man by James Tynion IV and Danny, and Universal Monsters: The Mummy by Faith Aaron Hicks.
Which, by the way, The Mummy is getting a new movie next year.
I'm excited to watch that and go, wasn't as good as the comic. That's going to be very funny.
We'll see.
I will spit into the ground, I promise. Best Continuing Licensed Indie Comic Series. And this one is up to date. Good. Power Rangers Prime by Melissa Flores and Michael Higg. Sonic the Hedgehog by Ian Flynn and Evan Stanley, as well as various other writers and artists. Space Ghost by David Pepos and Jonathan Lau. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Jason Aaron and Juan Ferreira, I think. Notably, that series has changed creative teams this last month of the year and will be continuing on with writer Jean Luen Yang and artist Freddie E. Williams II.
Ooh.
Transformers, which also experienced a creative team change this year, changing from Daniel Warren Johnson and George Corona to Robert Kirkman and Dan Mora. and Void Rivals by Robert Kirkman and Lorenzo De Felici. Best New Original Indie Comic Series. We had some pretty exciting new stuff launching this year, actually. Assorted Crisis Events by Dennis Camp and Eric Zawatsky. Everything Dead and Dying by Tate Bromball and Jacob Phillips. FML by Kelly Zudikonic and David Lopez, the creative team who started Carol's run as Captain Marvel.
Oh.
Out of Alcatraz by Christopher Cantwell and Tyler Crook. And The Unchosen, written and drawn by Uncanny X-Men's David Marquez.
Again, the more you know.
Best Continuing Original Indie Comics Series. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees Rite of Spring, the sequel to IDW's Indie Darling by Patrick Horvath. Hornsby and Halo from the Ghost Machine imprint and Image by Peter J. Tomasi and Peter Snejberg. I genuinely, it's Snejbjerg. I have never known how to pronounce this, and I don't think I
sorry. I'm sorry we butchered your last name, sir.
Yeah. I Heart Skull Crusher by Josie Campbell and Alessio Zono. Night by Wyatt Kennedy and Luigi Formisano. The Power Fantasy by Kieran Gillen and Caspar Wingard, which sadly might be ending next year.
Aww.
And Witchblade by Marguerite Bennett and Giuseppe Cafaro.
And this is a new category, by the way.
Or Best Rising Comic Star. A bonus category I added because I want to give some appreciation to some of the newer and less appreciated names in the industry right now who I think are doing really cool things. First off, we have David Marquez, who has been around a while as a notable artist, working on titles like Uncanny X-Men, Miles Morales Spider-Man, and Civil War II, but recently is starting to get into writing with work on the Sinister Six miniseries for Marvel and his own creator-owned series, The Unchosen. Evan Cagle came into prominence this year with his work on The New Gods from DC, and he also did a fairly recent mech series with the same writer, Ram V, called Dawn Runner at Dark Horse Comics. Manibek Musabekov has technically been around for a little bit now. He did some work on Charles Soule's Star Wars in the early 2020s, but he finally got to have a complete series this year with Star Wars Jedi Knights, which was I mentioned in our Best Marvel category. He's really good, and I hope to see more work from him. He's actually announced to be on a Maul book coming out next year already.
Oh, Darth Maul book?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Melissa Flores, who has actually worked for a while previously worked at Saban Brands and now works at Hasbro. She has been a continuous part of the Power Rangers media narratives for a while, and has recently started an Ultimate and Absolute style reboot of Power Rangers, which is sadly coming to an end next year, called Power Rangers Prime, which is really good and you all should read it. Montos is an artist that got his start at DC with Green Lantern War Journal, but has really come into his own in the pages of Green Arrow, which, as I mentioned, is finishing this year, and I hope to see more work from him. And lastly, we have Nicole Maines, who is best known for portraying the first transgender superhero on TV, Dreamer, aka Nia Nal, and who has written pretty much all of Dreamer's comic book appearances, including this year's Secret Six miniseries.
There you go.
I hope to see more work from her because I really love her.
Awesome.
Anime manga
series. Oops. There you go.
Best anime television series. City the Animation from Kyoto Animation and streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Gachiakuta from Studio Bones streaming on Crunchyroll. Leviathan from Cubic Pictures streaming on Netflix. My Hero Academia Vigilantes from Studio Bones streaming on Crunchyroll. The Summer Hikaru Died from Cygames Pictures streaming on Netflix. Uma Musume, Cinderella Grey by Cygames Pictures, streaming on Amazon Prime Video and the Remao YouTube channel. Gaiba Samurai Legend from Wit Studio, streaming on Netflix. And Zenshu from Mappa, streaming on Crunchyroll. Best Continuing Anime Television Series. Call of the Night Season 2 from Lead-In Films, streaming on HIDIVE. Dandadan's second season from Science Saru, streaming on Crunchyroll and Netflix. My Dress Up Darling Season 2 from Cloverworks, streaming on Crunchyroll. My Hero Academia Final Season from Studio Bones, streaming on Crunchyroll. New Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt from Studio Trigger, streaming on Amazon Prime Video. And Ranma 1/2 Season 2 from Mappa, streaming on Netflix.
So go
I
Loser. So
out Go Loser Ranger for Ranma. Once again, we're out of date, but we're fine. Best anime film of the year. It's Versailles, Spencer, not Versailles.
It's not.
It's pronounced Versailles, but there's an S at the end.
I apologize, folks.
It's all good. Chainsaw Man, the movie Ray's Arc from Studio Mappa. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Infinity Castle Part 1 from Ufotable. Mononoke, the movie The Ashes of Rage from Iota and Crucell. And The Rose of Versailles from Mappa, which I'm not actually sure has officially released in the US yet. My mistake.
A quick question, Jackson. Would, just for future reference, would Studio Ghibli be counted as an anime film if they ever do another film?
Oh yeah, for sure. Did a Ghibli film didn't come out this year?
No, it did not. It didn't. I don't think a Ghibli film came out this year.
Someone let us know their next thing. It definitely will be up for nomination in this category, though.
Absolutely. So stay tuned for when that happens.
Yeah. Best anime voice actor, male role in the original Japanese audio. Aoi Ichikawa as Rudo Surabrek in Gachi Akuta. Chiaki Kobayashi as Yoshiki Sujinaka in The Summer Hikaru Died. Hiroyuki Yoshino as Briefers Rock in New Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. Hikunosuke Toya as Denji in Chainsaw Man the Movie. Shuichiro Umeda as Hikaru Indo in The Summer Hikaru Died. And Yoshinori Nakayama as Rintaro Sumugi in The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Best anime voice actor female role in the original Japanese audio. Anna Nagase as Natsuko Hirose in Zenshu. She actually played Harley Quinn in last year's Suicide Squad Isekai, if anyone watched that. Arisa Ogasawara as Panty Anarchy in New Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. Ikumi Hasegawa as Pop Step, aka Kazuho Hanayama in My Hero Academia Vigilantes. By the way, yes, her name is written like that.
There you go.
Again, at all times. Maria Issei as Stalking Anarchy in New Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. Reina Ueda as Reyes in Chainsaw Man the Movie. And Tomoyo Takayanagi as Oguri Cap in Uma Musume's Cinderella Grey. Best anime voice actor, male role in the English dub. Bryce Papenbrook as Kinta Sakata in Dandanon's second season. A dual nomination because the characters are essentially always seen together on screen. They're a permanent pair. Hunter McCoy and Corey Wilder as Polyester and Polyeutherin in New Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. Jack Broadbent as Crawler, a.k.a. Koichi Himawari, a.k.a. The Crawler in My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Ryan Colt Levy as Denji in Chainsaw Man the Movie. Ryan Negron as Luke Braveheart in Zenshu. And Stephen Fu as Yoichi Shigaraki in My Hero Academia Final Season. Best anime voice actor, female role, English dub. And we're still up to date on these. Good. Alexis Tipton as Reese in Chainsaw Man the Movie. Bisho Vaughn, a newcomer who I wanted to nominate, as Kaoruko Raguri in The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Erica Lindbeck as Midori Nagumo in City the Animation. Macy Ann Johnson as Pop Step, aka Kazuyo Hanayama in My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Madeline Morris as Natsuko Hirose in Zenshu. And Rebecca Wang as Sayaka Mine in Yaiba Samurai Legend. For anyone who saw Solo Leveling last year, she plays Jinwoo's sister, and I like her in that. Best anime opening sequence. Oh god, this was the hardest category to narrow down for me and Sean. But we came to 6 nominees anyway, thankfully. Blade by Blue End Count, the opening for Yaiba Samurai Legend, both cores of the anime. They actually do the cool thing where the second core is the second verse of the opening. I love that. Iris Out by Kenshi Onezu for Chainsaw Man the Movie. Mirage by Creepy Nuts for Call of the Night Season 2. On the Way by Aina the End for Dandadan second season. Reawakener by Lisa Felix of Stray Kids and produced by Hiroyuki Sawano for Solo Leveling Arise from the Shadow, and Saikai by Vondi for The Summer Hikaru Died. Best Anime Closing Sequence. Dokashiteru by Wirtz for Dandadan second season, Rest in Peace by So for Zenshu, Speed by Yutori for My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Tomoshibi by Dust Cell for Gachiakuta, Unapex by TK from Ling Tosite Shigure, who you've probably heard as the voice of the Tokyo Ghoul opening, from Solo Leveling Arise from the Shadow, and What is Justice by Bandmaid, a really big gift for this, for Token Aongi. You've heard Bandmaid before. If you heard this one Japanese song in Peacemaker Season 1, that is them.
Oh, that's a fun fact for you all in the chat.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's actually how I learned about them. Best continuing manga series. All of these are in Shonen Jump. I wish I could diversify more on this, but also I don't know what other things are consistently running in Japanese manga magazines. Oh well. Akai Banashi, written by Yuki Suinaka and drawn by Takamase Moe. Chainsaw Man, written and drawn by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Dandadan, written and drawn by Yuki Nobutatsu. Gachiakuta, written and drawn by Kei Urana. Ichi the Witch, written by Osamu Nishi and drawn by Shiro Usazaki. And Kagurabachi, written and drawn by Takeru Hokazono.
And that being said, oh yes, we have 3 more. We're almost there, guys. I promise. We have 3 more categories.
Bonus categories we composed of some of our personal favorites of the year, and we want to throw them out because we think they're cool, and give them a chance to shine.
Yeah, but these are the all media categories. So basically, it's just best overall categories, basically. So event of the year: Breezy Bowl XX by Chris Brown, Grand National Tour by Kendrick Lamar and SZA, NBA March Madness 2025, the Short and Sweet Tour by Sabrina Carpenter, Super Bowl 59, and Wimbledon 2025.
Performer of the We have Michael B. Jordan in Sinners for film, Cynthia Erivo in Wicked for Good for film, Diego Luna in Andor: A Star Wars Story for television, Genevieve O'Reilly as
Mon Mothma?
Yeah, as Mon Mothma for television, Ed Sheeran and Lady Gaga for music, Ben Starr in Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and Erika Ishii in Ghost of Yote for gaming, Drake May and Caitlin Clark in sports, Snapcube in online, Nicole Maines for Secret Six in comics, and Ryan Colt Levy for Chainsaw Man in anime and manga.
I mean, pretty solid list, I'd say.
I noticed you added some since the last time we looked over this,
because last year we did 1 male, 1 female for some of the roles.
Oh, right. I'll find one to add for anime manga because we don't actually.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, so we'll stay tuned for that, folks. Stay tuned for that.
And for that, let me just actually do a quick look through the anime category. I'm probably going to go with. I'm either gonna go with Tomoyo Takanagi for Ogre Cap, or Reina Ueda as Riz. Either one of those sounds good. I think I'll go with Reina Ueda.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll see that. And finally, I'll get the last one. Release of the year. This is the big one. This is the one that everyone wants. Sinners for film, Andor: A Star Wars Story for television, and K-pop Demon Hunters original soundtrack for music, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 for gaming, Last Meals for online, Absolute Martian Manhunter for comics, and Chainsaw Man the movie Reze Arc for anime and manga. Honestly, this is a really solid list. I don't know about you, Jackson.
Right stuff this year, yeah.
Yeah, so that is basically our lineup for this year's Spectrum Awards. We're obviously going to update it as we go along.
I will make the final tweaks and send the form to Spencer, and we should have voting ready
by beginning of next year.
Yeah, beginning of next year. I will have the form probably ready by tomorrow. So.
And we do also want to address one big difference from this year's voting from last year. So for those of you who remember, last year it was 100% your vote. This year it will be a 50-50 vote. So 50% will be us. The other 50 will be you guys. It makes it fair that way, I think.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, so
we'll discuss more about how this actually works as we get closer to.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out how the hell this thing is actually gonna work. But honestly, we hope you guys like these nominees, and we'll update it as we go along. And until these, what do you want to do this Spectrum Show Awards? We haven't actually decided on a date yet. I just realized.
I'd be up for doing it as part of our January episode.
That's gonna take way too long, dude.
I mean, January we only have 3 reviews, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but we still have to film it, dude.
Oh right, yeah.
So we'll do it the Saturday. We'll do it the Saturday after that episode gets filmed. How about that?
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure out how the hell this thing's actually going to work.
So we'll talk to you about it. Okay.
Awesome. So that being said, we hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and we can't wait to see you for the Spectrum Show Awards next year for the 2025 season. See you guys.
See ya.